Today, he continues v'hamashal, but he gives a mashal. But here he adds a very, very important additional point. And the additional point is that it's not only that Sevav Kalaman is hidden from the world because the world can't experience it, but that in fact, first of all, the Ikar Chayes of the world is like you said. The real basis for the existence of the world is Taka Sevav Kalaman. That's number one. Second of all, if we would see what Sevav Kalaman sees, we would see that we're still Sevav Kalaman. From the point of view of Sevav Kalaman, the Tzimtzum never happened. Tzimtzum is like Pshutei. So the world is still a part of Sevav Kalaman. The experience of us as measured creations, with measured light and life, is our point of view. So there's two separate Nekudas here. First of all, the Pashta Nekuda, Sevav has to be Mitzvah, has to be hidden from us. Sevav is revealed, we cannot exist. Second of all, if we would know what Sevav Kalaman knows, we would know that we're still Sevav Kalaman. But we don't know it. And all of this is the effect of the Tzimtzum. You understand? The Tzimtzum affects it, even though we need to be connected to Sevav Kalaman. We need to be connected to the Eibishter, otherwise we wouldn't exist. But the Eibishter makes it's a one-way mirror, a one-way tzimtzum. To Sevav Kalaman, we're still Sevav Kalaman. But to us, we're a Metzias. And in order for us to be Metzias, there has to be a tzimtzum, a kivus, which is called Avo de Cheges Habasa. The Eibishter Kvayachol is kvetching his light. And of course, the Nimshal is going to be in Perek Memtes. Kamayim aponim laponim, Ken Levo Adam and Adam, we should kvetch ourselves. So let's begin this year. V'amoshal bazeh, to explain Sevav Kalaman. And remember, there's 2 points that he wishes to articulate. And the emphasis in the Mashal is bringing out more the second than the first. First of all, that Sevav is hidden from us. And second of all, that Lagabi Sevav, we're still one with the Sevav Kalam. Hine, it's this physical world. We all know that the Eibishter fills up this world altogether. Now, in later Maimorim, including in Teda Eir, Molekul Arz Kaveda is used for Mamalek Kalaman. What's the pasuk that's used for Sevav Kalaman? The reason Molekul Arz Kaveda is used for Malkam for 2 reasons. First of all, it says Oretz, not Eretz V'Shamayim. And second of all, Kaveda. Kaveda means Oretz. What's the word for the pasuk of Sevav Kalaman? Es Hashamayim, Es Oretz, Ani Mole. Ani is Sevav. And in the same pasuk, you put Shemayim and Oretz together. Here in Tanya, he's using Molekul Arz Kaveda as a mashal for Sevav Kalam, which is a tzarech here. But, what you don't know don't hurt you. I know that the Eibishter's Ein Sof is all over, which is Sevav Kalaman, and now Itaka brings this pasuk, Moshe Kosov, Halei Shemayim V'Sa'aretz Ani Mal and Umavai Haloi. Emphasis: the heavens and the earth I fill, so says God. And over here we say Ani, and over here we say Shemayim V'Aretz together, which goes on Sevav Kalaman. And why he says before Molekul Kaveda V'Sachmish. Afapekei, nevertheless, even though the Eibishter's Sevav Kalaman is all over, Ein Mislabish B'Techa B'Bchinas Gili Ashpa. The revelation is not of the infinite Sevav Kalaman, which is here right now, which we call in other places. The Tzimtzum of Shalei Kipshutei, Elikus is all over. But from a perspective of Elikus is all over. From our perspective, Elikus is not all over. So in terms of Giloi, it's not here. Rak, what is revealed in the lower realms? Chayis ma'at mizmer, a vitality in a life which is a tiny ray, right? Which should be sufficient to give life to Bechinas Deimim, to an animate object. V'tzemeach, and plants, levad alone, right, and so forth. We refer to the infinite light of the Eibishter, Sevav, which is surrounding, even though it's inside the Sevav Kalaman Mamish. The word Tzimtzum is Shalei Pshutei, Hashem is here, Mamish, but it's Behelim, but it's Bechinas Hester, Behelim, in a way of concealed and hiddenness. Anytime the flow is concealed, Nikra Makif Milmail, it's called surrounding, even though it's here because it's hidden. A hidden world is higher than a revealed world. So the emes is Sevav is higher than Mamali. But nevertheless, we call it hidden as opposed to concealed. We would think that something which is revealed is greater, and emes is fakir. Now, so the Alter Rebbe said, he starts off today's shir with Amashal Bazeh, and he goes back to the Nimshal. He starts with Amashal Bazeh, but he didn't say the Mashal. He proceeded to add another prat to the Nimshal. In yesterday's shir, what was the Nimshal? Sevav Kalaman is not here, so the Malak Kalaman could it be? He starts with Amashal and says, and by the way, when I said Sevav Kalaman is not here, I don't mean it's not here. I mean you don't see it, but it's truly still here. And the emes is you could add a third prat to it. I'm going to repeat the first 2 pratim. Prat number 1 is that Sevav Kalaman has to be hidden, we should exist. Number 2 is that it's still here. Doesn't go away. Tzimtzum is like Pshutei. Number 3, that Yediyasei Oisanu, that the fact that Hashem knows us, which is coming from Sevav Kalaman, is the real reason we exist. So number 1, Sevav is hidden. Number 2, it's still here, we don't see it. And number 3, it's Ikar HaChayes. But Lagabayas, it's concealed. So now he gets to the Mashal. To bring this closer to our intelligence, now that we have two details about what Seif of Kalama's relation with the creation is, that it's hidden even though it's here. So he says, let's give an example. A man. If a person visualizes, he pictures, he imagines. I gave a share Monday now to use the word fantasy. So of all people, my psychologist, we have a psychologist and a philosopher and a professor and a medical doctor. So of all people, my psychologist didn't like the word fantasy. You have to use the word thought. But it drives the point. When you visualize in your imagination and your thought, something that you saw, or that you're seeing. Says he, hine. Although the entire body of the very essence, the very truth of that thing, Vegabe, which is the outside, V'teichi, and the inside, V'teichi, and the inner inside, it's all visualized in your mind and your imagination, your thought. You know all the details of the home, and you're visualizing them. Because you've seen all the details, or you're seeing all the details now. As a consequence, your mind is considered encompassing and surrounding that thing in its entirety. If your brain is wrapped around this whole visual, this whole image, as a consequence, like it says in Tanya Perek Hey, and the thing that you're encompassing is is surrounded by your mind and by your imagination. But there's a difference. What's the difference? When you visualize a home and your brain is wrapped around the home and the home is being wrapped by your brain, the house is not, this is not in the brain. You don't actually have the physical material, the three dimensions in your mind. Like Bedimian, in your fantasy of Machshavas Adavadati, the thought of a man and his knowledge, he encompasses the home. So you can understand the idea that in your imagination you can encompass things. But your brain is tiny. Your brain doesn't have physical space. There's intellectual space. So the phenomenon that's physical is not there physically, only in the idea realm. But the Eibishter is different. In the Gabi Hashem, it says his thought is different than ours. Now, boys, what's the difference between Hashem's thought and ours?
He thinks and happens.
What does it say? Hashem's thought creates. Our thought achieves nothing. But the Alter Rebbe here wants to say two pratim. Number one, Hashem's thought creates. Number two, legabe, the thought, legabe the Eibishter, the creation is nothing. It's insignificant. It's a part of the thought, right? Creation is called speech because it's supposedly being separated from the thought. But if you could know, if we would experience how we are part of that thought, we would be bottled. So you have the three pratim enumerated. Aleph, Sevev is Helam. Beis, that Sevev is here. And Gimel, that Sevev is creating us. Yeah, B'cholim. Harei says the Rebbe turned the page. Machshav tevedaiti, the thought of the Eibush and the knowledge of the Eibush. Sheidei kol nivraim, that allows him to know all the creations. Makefes kol nivra v'nivre is surrounding. Now the word surrounding doesn't mean surrounding. It means it's hidden in relationship with, but it's part and parcel of the Eibush, the Seif of Kalaman. Mereishe v'atachtise v'teche v'techteche, from the head to the foot and the inside and the inner inside. Hakel b'peil mamish, all in actual reality. I just want to observe that the Rebbe skipped the word v'gaboy. Before he said, called guf etzem adav v'gabe. Here he says reishe v'tachtise. Maybe reishe and tachtise is guf and gav. Weiß ich nicht. V'teche and techtech. Hakel b'peil mamish. All in actual fact. So, Seif of Kalamu doesn't mean surround. It means hidden. Which means that legabe Seif of Kalamu, the world is still one with Seif of Kalamu. Because Kvayachal, the Eibish's machshava, does not only encompass our theory, it encompasses our actual fact.